Hey everybody, John with Vynyly here. I just got this package today, right here. This should be the Fosi Audio BT20A Bluetooth amplifier. I've been waiting for this to come in, so this video is going to be an unboxing and a testing of this unit, assuming this is what I think it is. I bought this because my amplifier in the living room, integrated amp, it's an older one. It's got two zones, and the second zone goes to a pair of Boston Acoustics Voyager outdoor speakers out on the porch. And I used to run music through the amplifier and then put music on the outside using zone 2. But that was back in the old days when you had to, you had to have your phone physically plugged in to the unit, or your tablet or whatever, iPod, physically plugged into the unit to do that. So this is going to solve the problem. Bluetooth amplifier, I'm going to connect to those external speakers, and now this should give me the ability to use my phone while I'm out on the porch via Bluetooth. So we're going to unbox this, test it out, and I'll let you know what I think. Alright, let's switch the camera around so you can see what I'm doing. I'm just going to go ahead and cut this plastic, get this thing out of the box, out of the packaging. This is what you want to see, right? Probably not. I'll try to make it quick. Here we go. There we go. Throw that away. Hopefully I don't need that again. All right, hi-fi made fun. Fosi Audio. Let's see what's inside here. Look, it's got a little instruction to open. So here, and it looks like we've got a little instruction book. Got the Bluetooth BT20A, as you can see right there on the top. They've already got the antenna installed, the Bluetooth antenna. That's pretty cool. Connections here on the back. Speakers, looks like they can take banana plugs or bare wires, which is good because mine are bare wires. And then you've got your inputs here. So you've got two outputs, one input, and your DC power jack here. And that is this monster right here. So I'm going to take it out there and get this hooked up, and then we'll test it out. Okay, so here we have the BT20 in the system, ready to get set up. Here's the power cord. I've run to a power strip. Connect this last. Just in general, I always connect the power cord last. Now you'll notice, if I can get this in here, there are holes in these speaker posts here for your bare wires. Be careful with these. They will come all the way off. Watch. Easy to lose that if you're not careful. So don't unscrew it too far. Just enough to expose the hole. I'm using speaker cable that is a little thicker gauge than a lot of the other speaker cables I could be using. And it's because this is a pretty long run. It's running from here all the way out to my backyard. So I'm using a thicker gauge speaker cable. So I recommend, if you are going to use a thick gauge cable, get yourself a pair of needle nose pliers. Make sure that that wrap is nice and tight. All of those individual wires are nice and tight. Otherwise, it'll be hard to fit it into the hole in the back of the unit, right? So you feed the speaker cable through the hole, and then you just tighten down the screw nice and tight. That makes your connection. Of course, we've got right and left speakers here, and you do have an RCA input option here as well. Be aware that if you use the RCA input option and there's a signal going to this, it will override the Bluetooth. So RCA will take precedence over Bluetooth signal if you've got both signals going to this unit. So I'm going to go ahead and finish wiring this up, and then we'll take a look at how it sounds, and we'll see what the range is. All right, so now you can see that we have the unit all wired up. One thing you do want to be aware of, if you're kind of new to wiring speakers or really anything, you want to make sure that the bare ends of these wires do not interact with each other, they don't touch. So you can see that I've come in through opposite directions on the post. You don't have to do that. You can go in through the same way. Just make sure that you don't have bare wire extending all the way from this one to this one, shorting out that signal, right? You want each of these connections to stay individual and not short each other out. You can see that I've got the power cord plugged in here. I'm not going to put anything in the RCA. We're just going to strictly do Bluetooth. This is a little Bluetooth antenna, by the way, and you can move that for whatever. If you want it to not be straight up, you can adjust that. Let me turn the unit around. I'll show you what's on the front. Okay, so this is how the BT20A will probably live in my system. Pretty clean. You can see the wires behind it. If I really wanted to, I could tilt this Bluetooth antenna and push it back a little bit further, but we're going to try it out this way at first. On the front, you see the controls. You've got the on-off switch here, which is a little, I don't know, it works, right? But it feels a little flimsy, to be honest with you. A little bit loose. Anyway, you've got treble and bass. What we got here? Treble and bass. And then you've got your volume. Okay, so you click this on. You see the little light goes on. Right there. I'll get it in focus for you. And then you can adjust treble and bass, obviously, and then your volume. Super easy to connect. You just look for the Fosi Audio in your Bluetooth settings and connect to that. That will be this unit right here in your Bluetooth settings. Did I say Bluetooth? I think we all know it's Bluetooth, right? Anyway, once it's turned on, you can leave it on. It does not consume very much power at all if it's not processing a signal. So feel free to leave this unit on and just connect to it at will whenever you need to. I'm going to put some signal through here and see how it sounds. All right, so I'm out on the porch now. I'm going to go ahead and play a song. And, you know, it's hard to demonstrate audio on YouTube. The camera is going to attenuate some of the loudness. And it's really hard to tell, the treble and bass and frequency range and all of that stuff. But I'm just going to show you a little bit. This is a song, a public domain song from YouTube. And I'm going to play that for a minute, and then we'll do a little bit of test on the volume. Sounds pretty good. Crank it up a little bit. Sounds good. I'm going to pull up another song. I'll try to use it. It's a song that's not in the public domain, but it's a song that I really like, a band that I like called Lean Year. I'm going to pull up that song. If we can use it, we'll use it. And if it gets blocked, it gets blocked. I will tell you this. I tested the range on this. Now, this unit is Bluetooth 5.0. And I was playing music from my phone, which is also Bluetooth 5.0. And I got out into the yard at least 50 yards, 150 feet away from the receiver, through the wall, and signal was rock solid, sounded great, no breakups, nothing. I had to go a little bit further than that to get any kind of breakup at all. So if you're in a place where you've got a backyard or whatever, this will cover a lot of ground. Now, it may be a little bit less range if you're inside through walls and stuff, but I was back in my office, which is 2 rooms away from the living room, and it's still connected immediately and sounded good. So I'm really, really impressed with the range on this, even through, like I said, even through walls and outside. The range on this is really, really solid, especially if you're using a newer iPhone or any, any device that's at least Bluetooth 5, which they have been for a while. My old 2017 iPad is, I think, Bluetooth 4.7 or something, but any device made in the last, say, I don't know, 6 or 8 years probably is already Bluetooth 5, and you'll get that kind of range with this. I'm really impressed with it, to be honest with you. Let me pull up the other song. I'll play that. Maybe you can hear a little bit of the frequency difference and the processing. The music is good. Bluetooth typically will transfer well. You won't get a lot of loss with Bluetooth usually. So whatever encoding the file you're using is, that's what Bluetooth is going to replicate for you. But let me pull up the other one and see what happens. And so this is a song by a group called Lean Year. It's called End. I like to test with this one because it's got a lot of highs and a lot of bass. It's got a really good wide frequency range. Hopefully that's not too loud. You can really hear the breath in that saxophone and in the vocals. It'll pick up in just a second. Yeah, sounds really good. All right, so to sum things up here, the Fosi Audio BT20A, fantastic. It's a fantastic little unit. The list price currently I'm recording this in March. It's actually February 29th today. I'm recording it. So it's February 29th, 2024. The list price is, I think, $79. There's a discount code currently on the website. So check the Fosi Audio website. Sometimes they'll give you discount codes. But if your needs are similar to mine, where you just need to drive some passive speakers, not powered speakers. Now this is an amplifier, so you're going to want to let this signal go to passive speakers. If you need to drive some passive speakers and you want Bluetooth connection, you don't have it, this unit is really, really good. I'd highly recommend it. The only downside, like I said, is that that on-off switch. The power switch is a little thin, a little flimsy, but you also don't have to use that a lot. You can leave it turned on, so you won't be clicking that thing on and off all the time. So it should be fine. The rest of it is nice and solid, very compact, and I'm loving it so far. So check it out if you have time. If you're in need, check it out. Otherwise, guys, have a great day. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you like videos like this. I'll be doing a lot more of these. So have a great day.